Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with a very special one-on-one interview with Damon the Leech, one of the best nicknames in the UFC, Jackson, guys. So if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you guys are watching live, drop your questions in the comments area, and we'll get to all your questions, guys. So without further ado, I call him the underdog. I call him the man that gets no respect. Damon, the Leech Jackson. How you doing, my man? How's it going, Damon? Can you hear me?
Doing good, man. Yeah, doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing
Yeah,
really good.
barely. It's breaking up quite a bit, but it's kind of like touchy. It comes in and out. So
All right, let me try it again. Let me try and bring you out,
there
bring
we
you
go.
back in. How about now?
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so yeah, guys, leave your questions in the it's live, so we might have some technical difficulties um as it goes for live shows, guys. So it looks like we lost him for a second. I'm sure he'll hop back. Jigga Josh, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining, dude. How about now?
All right. Good.
We're good. I think we're good.
Yep. Good. I can hear you good.
Awesome. Awesome. So, man, how was your vacation in Cabo, man? I saw that on Instagram.
It was nice, man. It was nice to just have the fight week, dealing with all that stress, and then go through the whole fight camp, and then get to unwind for a week or so, and just get to chill. So it was money.
That's awesome, man. Well deserved. Like I said in my introduction, man, you get no respect. Like when I saw, because what I do, I don't do sports wagering. That's not what I do on my channel. I more DraftKings, FanDuel, like daily fantasy driven. And so I do my picks every week. And I was one of the few guys who picked
Hmm.
you as a dog. I saw you as a dog. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like it's an easy pick for me. We're getting value on Mr. Jackson here. Um, Man, I hope they keep putting you as an underdog, man, because like I said, you're getting no respect. You have
Yeah.
18 of your 20 fights have been
Yeah.
finishes. How does that feel to be an underdog every time when you know you're not the underdog?
Yeah. Yeah, I
How does it?
mean, it is what it is. Like I can't really like control that. So it's like, I tell my kids all the time, like, you gotta control the controllables, and the only thing I can do is go out there and fight. And um, it's like it is. I mean, it's frustrating because it's like, I feel like I deserve more respect than that. But at the same time, if they want to come in and they want to look at the odds like that, they think they have some kind of advantage. It's not the case. I'm ready to go every fight, and whoever it is, it's like I'd never feel like the underdog, even if they had me placed there. So
Yeah, man. It's just at this point, man. I mean, come on. But I think hopefully they feed you a top 20 fighter. I know you were saying that in your post fight interview in the octagon. Have you heard anything yet? I know it's still early, but
yeah, no, no, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like there's talks about it, but I can't really say a whole lot until I get a contract because you'll have a fight, and then next week it changes to someone else. So right now I'm trying to secure the contract with a top 20, top like top 15 opponent, and but no names are for sure yet, but there's definitely talks of a couple guys in the top 20. So definitely happy so far.
all right, awesome. So you're from Oklahoma. You currently reside in the Texas area. Hopefully you weren't. Hopefully those tornadoes didn't get you. Did they go by your area at all?
So I actually live in Texas. I just we've had some bad weather the last few days, but we missed out on all the major storms. So, but yeah, definitely, man. I was stressing out. My family still lives there, and so I was definitely checking in and making sure everything was good. But yeah, I missed my hometown.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. I mean, that's scary stuff. Here in California, we don't see much weather like that, so we just get earthquakes, dude. So I'll stick with that, man. The tornadoes and stuff, I can't deal, but I do hear great things about Texas. So let me just ask you real quick. So my goodness, you have 4 little girls?
Yeah, yep, yeah. 4 girls, man. It definitely 4 girls are all kind of spaced out by 2 or 3 years, so they're all pretty close in age. But my oldest is 13, and my youngest is 5.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Are you a father? Like I wanted a boy really bad and I got it on the first shot. Are you gonna keep trying till you get a boy or is that it?
Do what?
I said I wanted a boy, so I got a boy on my first try. He's 21 now. Are you trying up for a boy or is 4 that's it? 4 girls, I'm done.
Spot it keeps coming in and out. I couldn't hear what
Yeah.
you were saying.
How about now?
Yeah, I got
How
you.
about now? Okay. I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
removing you and putting you back in. It's StreamYard, man. It does this
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Right now in the
No
day, there's
worries.
probably a lot of traffic. I apologize, man.
Yeah. No
Um,
worries.
so let's talk about fighting, which I love to talk about. The walk. First of all, you have that stare. Like if I was in the octagon, I saw you coming my way with that stare that you have every time you make that walk, dude. I'd get the hell out of there. Um, what keeps you calm? I asked all the fighters that come on here. What keeps you calm during that walk and focus, man?
Really, the whole fight camp. What keeps you calm? I think if you're really well prepared. So I felt really confident going into the matchup, and then just being prepared with my team, Fortis MMA. I had that confidence walking up there. So when I'm walking up there, I see no one there that I can't beat, and I was ready to go for that fight.
Hell yeah, you were, dude. You dominated that fight from pillar to
Yeah,
post. Round one started out good, man. You're striking. You're striking.
yeah.
Holy crap, man! You rocked them. I don't know if you watched the fight back.
Jackson,
Have you
that
watched it back
was
yet?
yeah, that was my I did. Yeah, I did get to watch it back. That was the exact game plan. We were just going on that, the whole like month before, was just getting in on a good, clean entry, getting to that body lock and getting him to the ground. And I was kind of thinking that that was the best way to avoid his guard. But he ended up kind of pulling guard a little bit whenever I took him down. It was kind of weird because I thought he would have been working his stand up, like getting back up to his feet more than he did because it was like he didn't change any of his grappling for me. And I felt that was like really disrespectful that he didn't even try to, get a different game plan. It's like, he did the exact same game plan he does every fight. So, that's definitely a corner and coach error on his end. And, he definitely needs to change his grappling style because he can't just lay on his back like that. It didn't make any sense. So, the fact that he let me take him down so easy, it was just like, it was kind of weird that, I took advantage of it and, it's good for me.
Yeah, it was good for you. I mean, you made it look so easy, dude. When I watch fight tape, I do it every week. I watched his last fight. I watched yours last fight. I was like, oh, okay. Mr. Jackson's gonna slaughter Mr. I called him the Captain Kirk. Man, you took him off. You took him down. So round one, you rocked him twice with your striking, dude. And then you have such great fighter IQ. You went for that takedown with a minute left. And I believe it
Yeah.
was the second round, right? You came right out, you took him down, and it happened to be right in your corner. And I love when I see fighters listen to
Yeah.
their
It's
coaches,
money.
and their coaches were telling you things, and you were doing exactly what they were telling you. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, I mean that's what they're there for. It's like, it's like a cheat code whenever you have a solid coach like, Coach Saif, he's been my coach for the last like 10 years, so it's like to be around him in the middle of a fight is the best of the best because he's so calm and he just tells you like what to do, like real calmly. He tells you what to do. So if you can listen, if you learn how to listen, it's really nice having him in the corner. And it really is like you're cheating. It's like that third eye, on the side that you're getting that, that extra look at someone that they don't see, and I hear a lot of other coaches, they just sound so dumb compared to him. Cause it's like, they say like, like real basic things. And he's like, right hand high, or like he throws like the combos we go over, like, a couple weeks out, we start making up numbers for each fight. It's always different. And so we have really good communication, and he's the only coach at my gym. So that's also really good too. Is like, the other guys in my corner, and then my dad was in my corner. So like I didn't have another coach in my corner. It was just safe, and so that really helps out a lot when you have multiple different types of coaches in your corner. I think that kind of messes things.
We lost him again. Live. We're live, guys. It happens. We're live. It happens. There he is.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
you had your
But
father in your
it
corner,
just
dude.
Yeah. I have that's the first time my dad's been there. But since COVID, it's kind of like you want to bring people in that don't get to watch the fights live. So it's like it's nice having my dad there because he's missed my last two fights. But before that, he traveled to Brazil. He went to all my fights. He's never missed a fight until COVID. So it was nice having him in my corner. And it's nice to be him being there. And but the other guy was just a real good friend of the gym, and he's been such a big help for our team. And it was nice having him there. He stitched my eye up like 4 or 5 times, and so he does that to everyone on the team. And so having him there was cool. But just having coach there, that one voice that I listen to, it's always good to just hear that one voice and not have like multiple people talking.
Yeah, and that's awesome. You guys have been together for 10 years. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really cool, dude. Because you have some gym
yeah,
jumpers, is
it's
what I
more.
call them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh
that
yeah, no,
arm
they're everywhere. It's
that
like our 24th fight together.
oh wow. Wow. That's great, man. I mean, I'm a loyal person. I'm all about
Yeah,
that. I'd probably do the same thing, dude. And then you followed up with a takedown and then you choked them out, man. How good was it to get another
yeah.
finish, dude?
Yeah, I mean, like it was really weird how like once I took him down, he like, he didn't like he was sitting on his butt, and I pulled his hips off the cage. He laid down on his back, and then he started like posting his hands up, and then that's like my favorite submissions, a head and arm. So when he posted up on me, I was like, oh, I'm getting that. I'm either getting head and arm, or he's gonna roll to his belly. I'm gonna get Dars. And so when he posted up on me, I was ready to roll for that head and arm. And when I locked it up, I was like, oh, it's a done deal. So it was nice to get that finish. And just kind of put people in check because they were like saying it was going to be a big decision towards him. And I was like, this makes no sense because I have all these finishes with subs. He hasn't fought anyone, and he barely finishes anyone with the sub. So, like, it was weird to see that people had him picked as a favorite leading up into the fight. And then it changed last minute, but I didn't know it changed until after the fight. But whenever I saw that, I was like, dude, like it motivated me. Like 3 weeks out, someone was interviewing me and they said that, and I was like, man, like, are you freaking serious? Like, how do they have me picked as an underdog? It made no sense. I had like twice as many fights as him, so I was like, dude, like whatever, let's go. Yeah,
Yeah, it makes you wonder what these bookies are thinking. Like you started out as the favorite
whatever,
when the
man.
line opened, and
Yeah,
then you all this money came in on Captain Kirk, and I was like, but DraftKings when they priced
yeah,
you,
whatever, man.
DraftKings does their pricing on Monday. They still had
Yeah,
you as the underdog at 7.8K. Because again, I don't do
it's so
sports
weird.
wagering,
Yeah,
right? So I was all in,
yeah,
even on the prediction.
yeah,
I said this is my most confident pick is Damon Jackson over Kirk. My most confident
yeah,
pick. So, man, that was
yeah.
awesome.
No,
Do you have
it's
any
frustrating for sure.
advice
Yeah.
for do you have any advice for kids that are currently in wrestling right now, might it be middle school, high school? What kind of advice would you have for kids right now?
Man, you can't do anything until you're done with, high school, and it's probably a better idea to go through high school and college before you start, trying to fight. It's not the easiest lifestyle choice, so make sure you get a good, solid, background in wrestling before you start jumping into sparring or jiu-jitsu or anything like that. So, I would say start off with only wrestling, and then introduce jiu-jitsu later on, and then after you do that for years, then start looking for those sparring matches in the gym that you're not going to take a lot of damage, because I see a lot of fighters when they start young, they come into the gym and they get real tough in the gym, and then they go against some pro guy, and then they get knocked out in the gym, and no matter what, that's still damage. So you got to make sure you minimize your damage when you're real young, and make sure you get really good at a skill set. And wrestling is just a really good skill set to be starting with. So I would say go all in with wrestling if you're starting with wrestling, and if you're doing jiu-jitsu right now, go introduce some wrestling. And they kind of work hand in hand, but you can get in trouble if you start with wrestling and then you go to jiu-jitsu, you start doing kind of goofy things. So just make sure that you get that game plan together before you go into season. Make sure you're not grappling too much on the ground or on your back. I always tell everybody, like, if you're a wrestler, you shouldn't be comfortable on your back ever. It should always be one of those things where you should be trying to get up. So that's definitely something. Stick it out with wrestling. It's a great sport, and it's a great foundation.
Yeah, I wrestled in high school and we were number one in state for 8 years. And let me tell you, we didn't want to be on our back. So when I see, yeah, as a wrestler, I totally get what you're saying. Um, on my back. So yeah, they're throwing the jujitsu. So listen there, kids, get through school first and then work on your craft. So I thought I saw in an interview with you previously that that's how you got into fighting. You said, I want to be a UFC fighter. And so you took up wrestling, right?
Yeah, that was definitely the motivation for sure. It was like, when I first started, I had no clue that how to get to the UFC. That just when I saw the Ultimate Fighter, I was like, man, I really want to learn how to fight. But I was like, I saw everyone with a wrestling background is dominating. So they were even dominating with striking too. So it was nice that just have that goal real early, and I've stuck it out since then. And it's definitely not easy, but wrestling's the way to go.
I agree 1000%. I got to ask you, funny question. I noticed for this fight you had a new tattoo. They were the stripes down your back. Uh, what went into
Yeah.
that tattoo? Like, what's the meaning behind it?
It's actually a math equation, but it was I just saw it one day and I was like, man, that'd be a cool tattoo to have that split down your back like that. But it's a math equation. It's like you and I just thought it was it looked really cool and it had a cool meaning behind it, and so I figured that that'd be a pretty tight little tattoo, and I haven't ever seen anyone else with it, so thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I thought I'd ask. There we go. Now I know. I didn't know it was a math equation. That would have been my last guess. Um, but yeah, tattoos are addictive, man. I got them here, but
Mhm.
always think about my next one. Um, you can answer this if you'd like. If you'd no comment, no comment. That Charles Rosa fight, when it was over,
Mhm.
what did you say to him? You got in his face, you gave him like a stone cold like this in his face. What did you say to him?
Yeah, well, like, so he was like, I mean, he was kind of playing a couple of things real dirty. Like he grabbed my gloves multiple times, and I couldn't, like, whenever he hit me with the elbow and I got his back, I had a really good choke, but I only had one hand locked up, and he had my other hand. He had it like locked up in his arm, and he was holding my glove and he was pinching my wrist, so I couldn't get my hand out. And I couldn't tell the referee to, like, look, he's grabbing my glove, because I was bleeding like crazy, and I didn't want the referee to stop the fight because of the cut. And so once we got in that scramble or whatever, and he was grabbing my glove, and then I think we scrambled to where I was like in his guard for a second, and then he hit me with like three shots to the back of my head, and then right at the very end, of the first round, he had my leg locked up, like I was throwing ground and pound and I was on top, and he tried to like pump a knee bar at the very end of the round, and it was like, just super cheap, and he did a couple of things like that. And then before the fight he was just kind of posturing up a lot during weigh-ins and stuff like that. And so like we kind of had like a little bit of back and forth before, and so whenever came fight time, I was like pissed off, So what I did though, I was bleeding and I bled on his chest. So I rubbed the blood in his chest and I put it in his face. And so when I did that, he, said something to me. He like, cussed at me and said something to me that I just kind of laughed at him. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what I said at the very end, but it was just real chill. I didn't say anything crazy. I just, I knew I won the fight.
Man, that's the first time I've ever heard someone say I rubbed my blood on his chest and his face, dude. That's awesome, bro. Um, yeah, I've just always wondered. There was another fight too where you kind of did that, but that was like a year ago, man. But I think he deserved it. Um, how are your legs after this one? You were saying that you had problems with your legs after the last fight. How are your legs feeling after this fight?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they were great. It was like I think I may have done something wrong on my rehydration, or maybe I didn't like because I always rehydrate, like the day of weigh-ins, and then that night I usually get a really hard workout in, and maybe I didn't get a good workout in that night because I just didn't feel good, so I didn't work out as hard. But this fight I worked out really hard, and then I had some compression stuff on my legs, so I was doing a lot of compression therapy the whole fight week just to make sure that I had good blood flow and good circulation. And then when I went into my rehydration, I kind of tweaked it a little bit and did I did a little bit less sodium up front, and then I kind of introduced water a little earlier. And I think that last time maybe I loaded up too much on the sodium and didn't drink water quick enough. So definitely just you learn a little bit from each weight cut. They're all a little different, but I had a really good weight cut for this fight.
Okay, good. That's good to hear, man. I love sodium though, man. I love salty foods and stuff. I do have to my boy Clint from the Die Hard MMA podcast. Um so I mean you had a tweet or he had a tweet, it had me rolling because he didn't pick you, I picked you, and we kind of went back and forth during the week about it. So he's a man, he accepted his loss and he tweeted, "Sorry, Damon, I didn't pick you. But great fight." And you responded by saying, "Hey, man, don't quit your day job." So I told Clint I was going to mention that on here.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, you're killing it on social
yeah.
media,
Everybody,
man.
well, I mean, people are just, it's funny because it's like, like people, they pick me or they don't pick me, but they still tag me, and I'm like, dude, like, what do you like? If you don't pick me, like, don't tag me in your crap. Like, I mean, I don't want to see this crap, but it's just funny because you get the rub in people's face. But I knew I was going to win that fight, but it was just, I like to, let people know that I see their crap. So, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, he still respects you. He still likes you, man. He does that with all the fighters, but I mean, I myself, like, I'm not nearly as big as you, and I get like death threats. I get some weird freaking people. So social media is a crazy place, man. Has it been treating you better this time around than last time?
You're breaking up again.
Okay, hold on. All right, how about now? StreamYard is killing me today.
Here we
How
go.
about now? So I was asking how. Oh, hold on. Let's remove him. Man, StreamYard is killing me today. We'll bring him back in as soon as he comes up, guys. Where's everybody at? Leave your comments, guys. Leave your comments. How's that, Mr. Jackson? Can you hear me better now? Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, man.
Yep.
I apologize. How's your social media experience? Because I was saying before, like even I get
Yeah,
like
no
death
worries.
threats and angry freaking messages on my social media. How's social media treating you this second time around? Is it better?
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's all good. Trying to be a little, just trying to be, focus on, what's important with, stuff I'm putting on there. Just, trying to make sure it's all going towards, getting a matchup. That's what I got it for originally, was just to get matchups and make sure that, people know that, I'm still here. I'm still training my butt off. I'm still ready to go. I feel like I'm hitting a peak right now. I'm 33, but I still feel like right now is the best time I've ever, I would smash myself, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever. So I'm just not hitting this and I'm ready to roll. And, I'm trying to be as active as possible with getting a new matchup. So that's my goal. That's what I have it. Just, that's my goal, to get matchups and stay current.
Yeah, 33, man. You're in your prime. You're still a baby. You have a lot to look forward to in your fighting career. Um, so I always ask this question too to all the fighters. How, if it was offered to you, would you rather get paid out in US dollars or cryptocurrency? Uh-oh. Did you hear that last question, Damon?
No, I couldn't hear that last one.
Okay. I was asking, so I ask all the fighters this question. I say, what would you rather get paid out on just one time? US dollars or cryptocurrency?
Man, I'm definitely a big crypto guy. So, I wouldn't mind being paid in crypto. um, it's definitely like, yeah, after every fight, I kind of go back and forth and I look at a few things and I always invest some of the money back into crypto. And now you're starting to see these guys jump on board, and there's a lot of people that are, with crypto backing everything, and they're backing the fighters, and it's really cool to see. And it's definitely, it's nice to get that crypto, and people sending me crypto is cool, but I always invest it back in.
All right. Yeah. And if people bet on you on fights, man, you should always leave something in there that they can like tip you, stuff like that, man, because people do like to give back to fighters that win them money. Um, I don't know if you do that, but you might want to think about that because, I mean, I promote it. I promote take care of these fighters. I promote their merchandise and stuff. Just the way, just when you come on my show, dude, like I'm a fan for life. I'm 100% loyal, and so are all my members, dude. So again, I thank you so much for coming on. Just a couple more questions, and I'll let you go. Um, what's a day in the life of Damon Jackson, man? Because you have a family, you have 4 children, and you have a fighting career. So what is it? What's a typical day for you, man?
Yeah. I'm up pretty early. I still train people. That's my main job. During the day, is that I go to the gym early and I train people, and then I work out, and then I train a few more people, and then I get to come home every day. I'm usually here whenever my kids are getting out of school. I don't get to see them in the morning, because my wife takes them to school and stuff, and then I usually see them after school. And but it's like my days built around the morning at the gym, and then I get to come home in the midday, and then I go back at night. So, we have practice at 8 o'clock on, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then on Saturdays we have our team practice. So it's like, we get a good little mix of, time, free time. I get to see them after school, and then they're always at sports or doing something like that. So, the weekends are filled with, they have sports all the time, and then my oldest is in middle school now, so she's getting to try a little bit of everything. So definitely busy with their after school schedule. Is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy, but that's the best way, dude. Even at I'm 45, dude, and I just like to stay active as much as possible with my job, with this, and with I gotta run. I run with my dog 3 miles a day. Then it's the gym. Then it's doing this. So yeah, I feel you, bro. It's like nonstop. But at 45, if I can do it, anybody can do it. How do you keep your cardio so good?
I do. I push it real hard, man. I hit a lot of interval training. Either on treadmill hitting sprints, or I do like aerodyne, a lot of sprints on that. But honestly, it's just the way I lift weights and the way that I wrestle and I grapple. I just do it real aggressively, and I go hard for like 5 to 8 minutes. And then I have like a real short breather. And I've always had pretty good cardio, but I always keep that as a focus. I always push it really hard, but I've always had pretty good cardio. So I think that people are just built different. So some people have good cardio, some people have good strength. But I try to hit both of them during my workouts. But my cardio is definitely something I pride myself on. So I always push the limits on that. But a lot of interval training.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you have cardio like I would compare you to like Colby Covington with just the pressure you put on with your cardio, with your
Yeah.
wrestling. Any comments about what just went down with Jorge and Colby at the restaurant, man?
No, I mean Jorge, like it's just kind of like it's childish, like you had the whole time, 25 minutes in the cage to fight him, and then now you're gonna, just because of the embarrassment, you want to go like act like you're, some street gangster, like there ain't no time for that in the UFC. Like I hope that somehow, some way they correct him for that because it's just childish. It makes all of the fighters kind of look like schoolboy. It's just BS. Like you're in your mid 30s and you're talking like you're going to fight someone on the street. That's just like it's childish. The Kobe takes stuff to another level though, so I'm sure that emotions are high, and I think that that was real beef with them, and I think that it is definitely like some crazy stuff going on there. But Kobe's got to watch what he says because you can only take so much trash talk before you just kind of lose it. But I'm not a big fan of the way George handled it for sure because he had the ability to gauge and embarrass him there, but he didn't do it. So I think that he should have just ate it and just shut up.
Yeah, I mean, why fight for free, man? I mean, you get paid to fight. You shouldn't be fighting for free and risking, serious injury or jail or, none of that stuff. Um, I think, yeah, that's all I have for you today, man. Sorry it took 30 minutes. I plan on only taking like 20 minutes of your time. The floor is yours, Damon. I mean, it's like I said, I was nervous before this. You're one of my favorites fighters in the UFC, and it was funny on that card. I had 4 friends on there, and then you were on there too. So that was must see. But thank you so much. If there's anybody you want to shout out, any sponsors, the fans, anybody, man, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to, get a little bit more built up on, on all the social media with my sponsors and stuff. But right now it's just that yeah, Marshall Rogan and you, man, they really did back up everything they said they were going to do. So they, huge shout out to them. And then just all my sponsors that I just kind of casually have on there, but I don't put a lot of stuff on there. But you can follow me on all my social media. It's Damon B Jackson, and I have sponsored stuff I'll be putting on there soon. But yeah, man, it's I'm definitely excited to to get this new contract, new matchup coming up soon, and hopefully I'll get to announce something soon.
Yeah, man, I really hope so that you get to announce something soon. That's just for my own personal. I just love seeing you fight, dude, because you're underrated. You're always the underdog, and it's horse shit, man. But you will get that respect, young man. I
It's all right.
promise you. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get that title fight. Um, Man, just thank you so much for coming on. I have fighters on here all the time, but I'm a little starstruck. I'm a little nervous, but we got through it even with the technical difficulties. You guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on replay, hit him up. I'll leave the link in the description below where you can reach Damon on Twitter, Instagram. I'm going to leave that in the link in the description below. Give him some love, man. He doesn't give himself enough credit. I love his social media, especially when he goes back and forth with some of, the light smack talking, but Damon, thank you so much for coming on, my
No,
brother. I
I
really
appreciate
appreciate
it.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate having me on. Yep.
You've been an absolute pleasure to have on. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.